Hello everyone, Rand here. We're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio River Basin map. Currently, again, pretty much picking up where we left off from last episode, continuing to plant fields and plow and cultivate. And we're hopefully going to do a little more planting here this episode. So let's see what's here. Currently have a hired worker going on field 2 yet there, planting oats. And then the other hired worker is doing anhydrous. Got him going on that. Still going there. Got another hired worker plowing on field 31 and 8970 cultivating. And another hired worker out on 24 plowing that field. So anyway, we're just getting the Challenger here. Grabbing our John Deere DB60. Get that filled up and we'll start planting one of the other fields here. Let's see what's here. Probably soybeans. Should we do soybeans? Seems like a good crop to do on this map. Or I should fill it up here first. That would probably help. I was hoping to have the 2 fields there planted by this episode in this fast forward time, so we can at least start getting some grass, maybe even harvesting. We'll get the cows going, but didn't quite make it that far. It is taking an incredibly long time there to plant field 2. Just out of curiosity, where are we at time-wise here? 10 hours. 10 hours into the game here so far. Yeah, I think I did like about 2 hours or so off-screen there. Just let the hired workers plug away at it, and that's the amount of progress they made there. Interesting to see what the seed fertilizer usage is on this DB60. I feel like that's something that mod authors really screw up a lot, is the amount of fertilizer versus seed the seeders hold, as well as their usage. Okay, and what field shall we head out to here? Really the only field we wait a minute, field 30. Field 30 might be cultivated, I think, isn't it? It is. Okay, we'll probably go to field 30 then. We'll start there. And this Challenger here, I believe, is the Horse Challenger, the one that comes with the Horse pack. I guess the tracks are just a little bit narrower on it. Don't really look that much narrower, but I guess they are. Or maybe they're just spread out for a row crop width. I'm not sure. So yeah, if you look at the tractors here, the MT800, we don't have that one. That is, let's see, scroll a little bit further here, or maybe a lot of bit further. Ah, yes, here we go. So yes, I have the Challenger MT800, 3 meters. So like I said, I guess the tracks are maybe a little bit narrower, spaced out a little more. I'm not sure. On the MT700, I think the tracks look a little narrower, but I'm not noticing that so much on this one. I guess I'd have to purchase the other one, just set them side by side to see what the difference is. Okay, let's get it folded out here. We'll do a couple headland passes. So yeah, this seems like a really nice looking DB60 seeder. And GPS, of course. Actually, you know what? We can fertilize this again, can't we? I think we can. Or not. Let's see what's... Where did I... Nah, maybe we can't. Oh, we'll call it good. I can always fertilize it later, too. We're going to worry about getting a fertilizing tractor or sprayer over here or something. Oh, not lowered. Okay, wait a minute. I know I lowered that. Oh, wait a minute. I turned it on and lowered it. That's why. Okay. I know what happened. I turned it on first, then I lowered it, which of course raised it back up. So there we go. And one thing I have to say, I've always kind of mentioned this in farming. It'd be nice if it actually, with a row crop seeder like this, actually put down the proper texture on the dirt. You know, this has kind of more of the grain drill appearance to it there, rather than actually a row crop planted texture. But oh well. And it has that whistling sound to it too, rather interesting. Seems to be working okay, though. And 8 miles per hour. I guess that's not too slow. I don't know. Maybe that's a limitation of the tractor. I doubt it, though. Yeah, Challenger here, that's a fairly good-sized tractor. So, DB60 here shouldn't be a hard pull for this Challenger, I wouldn't think. And at least my intentions are, like I said, I was hoping to do it this episode, but we'll definitely try to get it done by next episode. And that is get these fields, I probably won't get them all planted, but the fields we're working on now, I'll try to get them all planted. And we'll fast forward time so we can start getting into some harvesting and mowing. And like I said, the cows definitely need some help. It's starting to get dark as well, so... That's weird. Want to stop for some reason. And yes, you can drive through the trees here, but I'll try to avoid that myself. We'll leave that to the hired workers. Okay, we'll read a few comments here a moment. And 2 headlands here should be enough, by the way. We'll start going up and down the field here once we get this pass done. Oh, SC County boy, Thomas McConsol's lucky he's getting coal. He should be getting a new PlayStation instead. Oh, I think the lump of coal sounds better myself. Logan was saying of a gold rush in Tier 3, you are going to need 12 minor mosses, 6 grills, and 2 duplex jigs to get the most gold. 1 duplex jig under each gold catching sluice box. Yes, I kind of noticed that last time. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Looks like we need another sluice box here. I didn't take the time and check and see what the journal said, if it says we need 2 or not. I don't remember saying it that we needed 2, but it does seem like that journal could use a little help actually listing everything you need, as opposed to just some general things you need. I suppose it is a little bit of fun figuring it out too, but Thomas McConsole is all saying definitely need the miner's moss for the new sluices. They go under each of the grills in the new sluice. Run on Tier 3. Again, for those of you watching the Gold Rush series there, we pretty much got a Tier 3 setup, though we're really not at the point we can use it yet. For one thing, we need more power, and second, we need a way to fill it. That's probably number 1, is there going to be a way to fill it. What? Get to the end there. Come on. And realign the GPS. That should be close enough. And even for a little bit smaller field here, this definitely is going to take a while to plant. Okay, and we're back here a minute. Stopped and tried to figure out why my steering wheel suddenly had stopped working there. That's why we couldn't stop before. It's like, why is the brake not working? Oh, it's because apparently the steering wheel had stopped working. Don't know why that was. It was still plugged in. Windows said it was still there yet, so I don't know if Farming Simulator just did something derpy and decided to not recognize it anymore. Whatever. Anyway, back in business here. Just restarted the game. That's all I did, and steering wheel is back to working here again, so that's good. And of course, everybody else is back to work as well. It's kind of the one thing with reloading the game here. I have to go rehire and re-course play everybody that's working here at the moment. How many people we got working? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's not including myself, so we'll probably throw a hired worker on this at some point here, but well, we'll do a little work ourselves, seeing as how there's not much else to be done at the moment. And back to the comments here again. Dakota was asking, where is server 3? Server 3's online and running. And again, anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, anyone is welcome to do so. Again, information for joining can be found in any one of my multiplayer videos. You won't find any of that information here, but just check out the multiplayer videos. And again, you can find all the information for joining the multiplayer servers. And of course, if you want to join us, we do ask that you please join us on TeamSpeak. All the information for joining the Farming Simulator servers can be found on TeamSpeak. There we go, much better. Tractor still seems to turn really sharp with the steering wheel, though, I might add. Okay, and remember, yeah, this end of the field is not straight, so not really worth setting up the GPS for this, so we'll just do it by hand. Daniel was asking, love the giveaway, or I should say saying love the giveaway, which is a reminder here again. Let's see what's here. Yeah, should be one more day yet, I believe. So by the time this video goes live, it will be this. The plan is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be doing the big giveaway here this Saturday. So again, this Saturday, December 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you're subscribed and click that little bell notification. So hopefully you get the notification when we go live. I know someone in the comments there was asking what was the purpose of that bell, and that's what the purpose of that is. So when we do live stream or when we release a new video, in theory, YouTube is supposed to give you a notification. That seems to be quite very unreliable, but that is the idea behind it. So yeah, click the little bell notification icon there, and again, you should get a notification. And it probably depended on whether you have notifications set up on your YouTube account too. That's probably dependent. So make sure you got email, or I don't know what other notification methods there are, but make sure you got some form of notification set up in your account. And if you don't know what the big giveaway is, well then there was a video on it here released earlier this week. Yeah, I guess that's close enough. Oh, maybe not. Okay, that should be close enough. Very, very touchy on the steering here. Andrew was asking, are you going to do an ATS video now that they added the new Mexico DLC? Yes, probably will at some point here. It might be a little bit before we get to it, but definitely plan on doing another or more videos on American Truck Simulator there. Just like I mentioned, kind of waiting for more content to be released. Kind of already been all over the map, so it's like really nothing else to see. So wait for them to release some additional content here. KLC Gaming was saying the hired workers don't really do work like they do in Farming Simulator. Talking about Gold Rush here, by the way. You can hire workers for every assignable piece of equipment you own, and you can still use the equipment they're assigned to yourself. Because I have 6 right now, and they make about 12 ounces a day and cost 5 ounces. The more you can hire, the more you'll notice their usefulness. And yes, at this point, I would like to hire more, but there's only one available. So once more are available, I can hire more in Gold Rush. I do have equipment available for them to use. Just like I said, waiting for more hired workers to become available. I don't know how long that takes, but apparently it takes a while. And yeah, again, for those of you watching Gold Rush, we got Tier 3 set up finally in Gold Rush. Seems like it took forever to get to that point, but we finally got there. And the money's definitely rolling in now. Also moved claims, so that really helped as well. Jordan was saying, I would like to see more Gold Rush. Oh, don't worry, we plan on doing more yet. That's kind of why I haven't been doing any other games at this point. You know, kind of got the Gold Rush series going. Once that's done, we'll probably move on to some other games again. I don't think there'll be that many more videos on Gold Rush. I guess you never know. We'll see once. I mean, once we've got Tier 3 up and going, I don't think there's really much more to do other than, you know, continue to work Tier 3. We already own 2 claims. I suppose we could try to get the other claim up and going, you know, get Tier 3 up on all 3 claims. Grandpa's Gaming was saying 1 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Going to try to attend. Well, like I said, 1 p.m. there, it'll be a live stream, by the way. That's the plan anyway. Subject to change, of course, but the plan will be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday for the big giveaway live stream there. And for those of you complaining why I'm doing it in a live stream, well, that way we can actually get a winner. It is quite surprising doing a giveaway and say just like a regular video like I've done some of the other ones. You know, pick a random comment. You know, like 75% of the time the winner never contacts you. So it's actually really hard to do a giveaway that way. So that's why I've gone to doing it in the live streams. Sauce Child was saying, I hope they have an update out soon for Gold Rush. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. There hasn't been any updates for the game as of late that I know of. Probably with Christmas and all. Probably one of the reasons. Oh, yeah. Oh, turned really sharp. I have to get like the other Challenger. Just seems if that one turns that sharp. I don't remember it turning that sharp before. And I'd like turning the steering wheel just a little bit. I don't remember being that that sharp a turning before. Avery was saying, very good. Thank you very much for that. IH Kid was saying, you need to use more IH. I don't think we really have much for international on server 2 there. Might be a couple of tractors maybe, but we can definitely use the red case tractors. You know, again, server 3 would be the old iron server, so we definitely have the internationals on there. And again, just a reminder, if anybody likes the old equipment, definitely go over and check out server 3. Lots of good old mods on there. More being added all the time. Josh was saying you get modded maps on Xbox. Yes, you absolutely can. And Aggravation was just released here a couple days ago. You now have the Aggravation map and the Aggravation vehicles. Cade was saying oats are planted in my area to help alfalfa start growing. Usually harvested for haylage. Zachary was saying, do you know how to fix Farming Simulator 17 when you enter the game and it crashes? Sounds most likely like a mod issue. I would suspect a mod problem. If that doesn't fix it, maybe try reinstalling the game. That would be the next suggestion. Also, you know, try and make sure you're updating graphics drivers. Everything else on your computer is up to date. That's definitely a big one. That'll make a big difference right there if you're... especially your graphics card drivers are out of date. Radioactive Gaming was saying you should bring back your old theme song. Well, that actually is one of the old theme songs that I'm actually using here on this series. It actually is not the old or the new one. It is actually the old one that I'm using on here. So I think you mean you want me to bring back the new one. William was asking, I don't understand. How do you install mods? Well, I would tell you to go reference my video on how to do that. Again, you can find that on my channel page there. Just scroll down to the how-to section on videos, and I believe it's the very first one there. How to install mods. I would say very easy to do. One, you can do it through in the game here, and I don't believe I've shown that really in that video because that should be pretty straightforward. You can do it from right inside the in-game mod section there. Of course, you're going to be limited to the mods that are available there, but it's definitely the easiest way to do it. And of course, most of the rest of them, it's pretty much as simple as downloading the mod and dropping it in the mod folder. Again, most mods are zip files. The exception being, you know, some of the other ones like WinRER. You, of course, have to probably unzip those or un-RER them. And of course, you gotta watch out for the mods that need to be unzipped. A lot of times you'll see that with maps, where the map comes bundled with other mods that go with the map. And of course, you have to extract that. No Creek Farms is an example of that. When you download No Creek Farms, you do need to extract No Creek Farms, as it comes bundled with other mods with it. Yeah, I'll make the next round here. We'll double check and see where the hired workers are at. Make sure they're all going okay yet. Of course, the plows are on course play. Let's see, everybody working okay yet? Ooh, making pretty good progress on field 2 here. I think we're getting pretty close to being done plowing field 31. Oh, looks like maybe, what, 2/3 of the way done in 24. What do we got sitting here? Oh, you're going to kind of be in the way, aren't you? You moved out of the way here. Did you actually finish here, or... Oh, you did not. Okay, can we hire you? Can, quite surprisingly. Okay, good. Now, I'm not sure... Actually, I probably didn't need to hire him, because I don't think that he will refertilize that, will he? Oh, well. Should have caught that a little sooner there, I guess. Jazz was asking, does the giveaway computer come with Windows already installed? Yes, it does. The computer will come with everything installed on it, ready to go. I think that's pretty much most of the comments we're going to read here for the moment. Apparently this seeder must have a camera on it, because the camera is actually centered on the seeder. Generally speaking, I don't care for that much. Like, I don't really need a camera on the seeder. I can just zoom out the camera on the tractor, and that's good enough. Just means another camera to cycle through. And like I said, typically I can't say I've really ever used the camera that's on an implement before. Like I mentioned as well, this is a John Deere DB60. For those who are not familiar with the John Deere seeders here, DB60 means it's a 60-foot seeder, 24 rows. So 24 rows of soybeans here. And of course, there's the DB90 and the DB120. 120 being the largest. That's 120 foot. 48 rows on that one. I'm not sure if you get inner plants on the DB120 or not. I think the 90 foot, I believe I've seen that come with them. I have seen some information on that, I believe, but I'm not sure about the DB120 if those come with inner plants. If it does, that'd be what, 48, 40, plus 47? Because it basically be, inner plants would be between each row, so I think that's 47. So just under 100 rows planted with that. Like I said, I can't say I've ever seen that, but might be a thing maybe. Oh, let's see what's here. We got somebody finished. Oh yeah, he won't refertilize it. That's kind of what I was afeared of. Oh well. You are done then. Where shall we bring you next? Not sure I want to do field 31 with this. We can go over to 24, I guess. Let me go hire a worker here so we keep this going. Sure he's going to be okay. Looks like he will be. Okay. For some reason, I guess the cultivating tractor there turned around and quit there. I guess I did not notice that. Oh well. Yeah, fertilizer will probably be a little messed up in this part of the field. Not the end of the world, I guess. Oh yeah, we're centered on. This also has a camera on it, by the way. And the straw we need is kind of right on the field across from us here, but unfortunately, again, we don't own that field. So kind of the one field, it's like, oh boy, kind of would like to have that field, but we don't. Oh, and only because it comes planted already. You know, not the end of the world. We're just planting our own field here, and that'll, of course, work. No button to turn on the flashers. I know there is somewhere here. Oh well, not sure what it is again. I know it's 2 on the numpad. I'm not sure what it is on the steering wheel again. Okay, and we'll get the hired worker going here. I guess the hired worker doesn't think it needs lights. Oh well, whatever. Let's see, who else is finished here? Big Bud 4... there's no way the Big Bud 450's finished. Oh, he just got to this part and decided to call... Oh, what the world? Oh, Derpy. That's what it is. Derpy. Apparently decided to turn around here and go this way instead of that way. Right. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Getting the entire width there. That is close. Okay, somebody else is done as well. Oh, yeah, the sprayer here. Where is the sprayer? We'll probably move him. Number field is that again? Just a field 31. We'll do that with with the horse sprayer here. Again, for those of you wondering how you fix this, it's just the working speed of it. Changed it from 7 miles per hour to 18 miles per hour. And I think that was 30 kilometers. Again, keep in mind when you change the speeds here, the speeds in Farming Simulator are in kilometers. So just something to keep in mind. Field seems like it's quite a ways away. And on that note, I think we'll wrap up the episode here. So if anybody has any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.